This story is unreal. There's a woman who had an estranged husband, so they get separated, or
yeah, I think they were in the process of going through a divorce. It wasn't that far into the process, though.
Yeah, and she found out he had passed away and started planning his funeral when the unexpected happened.
Put a finger down if the Miami-Dade Police Department calls you.
And so she's doing it. She has like 4 fingers up, and so she starts to go over the story, like, put a finger down if X, Y, and Z happened. All these things happened to her with regards to her estranged husband who was dead, and she was planning the funeral for.
Put a finger down if the Miami-Dade Police Department calls you and tells you that they have recovered your husband's body and he is dead by apparent suicide. So you and your family plan his funeral, and everyone is shocked that this happened. But you're on bad terms with your ex-husband's family, so you stay in California and they stay in Florida while they plan the funeral. And you don't go to the services in Florida because his family said it'd be way too traumatic if you were to show up, because you guys were on bad terms because you were in the middle of a divorce with your husband.
Okay, so everyone clear? Middle divorce.
Yeah.
She gets notified that, hey, your ex-husband or estranged husband, we found his body. He took his own life, and then his family is planning a funeral, but like, hey, it's awkward, bitter divorce. Let's just you stay there. We're going to do the small funeral here, and she continues.
So throughout this entire process, you talk to a coroner's office, you talk to a funeral home, you make arrangements, you even pay for things. And you believe that on January 22nd, your husband took his life, and it is now March. And you spend months grieving, and you even think about unaliving yourself because you feel like you're the one that did it. And one day you go on live on TikTok, and someone tells you to check your DMs because they have information regarding your husband. And you open the DM only to find out that your husband is not only alive, but he is living in Mexico with his mistress of 6 years, who he's been having an affair with.
How did that happen? I thought the police department said his body.
I think a lot of people probably impersonated other people.
Yes.
How would she know?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How would she? I could easily call you and be like, "Hi, it's Miami-Dade County Police."
Yes. You have a friend call. Or,
Oh
And
my
like,
God.
don't come. It would be too traumatic if you came here. Don't come.
I see.
Isn't that wild?
But
Yeah.
we need $5,000 for a casket, or or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Oof.
Jeez.
Dang.
Dang. Should probably help them move to Mexico.
Yeah.
Toxic king.
Yeah, the TK. Actually, we like this guy now.
Funded their life together.
right.
Can you
Wow.
imagine? Just put yourself in
can't
that
imagine.
situation where, like, you really, truly believe, after processing all of it, that he died by suicide, and then he's just living his best life in Mexico.
With
Wow.
with his mistress.
I'd
or
probably
girlfriend.
have to kill him. You know?
Well, and
Yeah.
then there, and this is dark, but I'm sure you've heard people talk about, like, they've gone through divorce. They're like, man, I wish my spouse wasn't around. And they're like, well, that's a relief. And then they're like, no, they're alive. Like,
Oh, wow.
we got to proceed with all
Well,
the
maybe
stuff.
he was doing that so he wouldn't have to pay her, though.
Probably.
So
Probably.
in that instance, and I don't know, maybe it could be the opposite for all I know, but he's obviously faking his own death because of something, and I would think maybe it had to do monetarily.
Yeah, I would think so,
Probably
too.
so.
Mhm.
By the way, we need she's in Hawaii. Our official attorney, Lisa Lanier.
Yeah.
On vacation. She just had lunch with Gordon Ramsay just
I
by
saw
chance.
that. I'm like,
So
what in the
cool.
world?
What?
So we're not
Jeez.
going to bother her this week?
We're not going to bother her at all. But yeah, probably ask her some questions about this. And also, I did see a story, and just briefly, there's a person that was in prison, I think for life.
Uh-huh.
He was prison for life, and he died in prison. They were able to bring him back to life, and he's claiming, I served my sentence. I died. I died in jail,
Ooh.
serving a life sentence. He died in jail,
No.
Me?
and they brought him back to life. He's like, no.
Loophole, good man.
Yeah, that's a loophole.
That is
That's
a
a pretty
loophole.
good loophole.
Jason's representing this guy.
I
He
like where he's
died in
coming
prison.
from.
My
But
client died, Your
Yeah.
Honor.
And then he didn't say for them to bring him back to life. And of course, they're doing their job, and they brought him back to life. He said, I served the sentence. I died in prison. What else do I need?
That one stopped me
Wow.
in my tracks.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
He's not
Yeah.
wrong.
if,
like
if
that.
he went life in prison and he's alive, that person is alive. That means he's living his life.
But he was dead.
Yeah, he was dead, and now he's alive again. He's still alive. So if he's alive, that's still part of his life.
But it's a life sentence, a singular life
Yeah, it's
sentence.
not
Yeah.
consecutive life
If it were
sentences.
two, then
you all believe that way.
Yeah. And normally, like, we're all, except for you, very tough on crime. But
Yeah.
in this instance, he
Says-
died.
Free the man and let's
Yeah.
give him a job.
Right.
It kind of goes along with the same. Remember, we had that case not so long ago where there was a pregnant woman who had killed. Do you remember?
Oh,
And she was
yeah.
like 6 weeks pregnant when she committed the murder. And then, she went to jail. And then she said, I shouldn't be in here because my fetus is innocent.
Yeah.
She wasn't wrong.
Yeah. What did the fetus do?
The baby wasn't getting the proper nutrition,
Yeah,
things
it's a-
that they needed.
It's
for,
a life.
Yeah.
They're innocent. They got to be out.
Now, she was like 8 months pregnant when she made her case.
Right.
Yeah.
So she was almost
Like, we'll get back to you in 2 months.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, dang it.
Yeah.
They got me with the pregnancy thing. All right, but those interesting questions we'll ask our official attorney when
Yeah.
she's back from Hawaii. She deserves it, but man, she lives a great life.
Yes, no
I'm
kidding.
happy for her.
I can't believe, Jason, that you, of all people, don't think that guy.
I think it's a loophole, but no, I don't. If he like murdered or raped somebody, and
we don't know what he's in for, I guess.
Well, it's
but
life, so it's got to be
something.
serious. And I don't believe that he died. Like I think of death like once you die, you cannot become alive again. In that instance, I believe like
He was
you're-
resuscitated.
Yeah, you're not technically fully dead. You brought him back to what he needs to keep living, but you're not technically dead, brain dead.
'Tis the season. You're saying he's not Lazarus. Is that what you're saying?
I have no idea what you're saying.
He's like, is that a show?
Oh,
on Netflix?
Lord.
Is that a Netflix show?
That was silly of me to bring that up.
His brain just
Yeah, Katie.
exploded.
But 'tis the season.
The good Lord
Yes,
rose Lazarus from the dead.
on the 4th day.
Yeah.
And
No.
Jason, even though you don't believe, a free gift to you, you'll be resurrected one day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect body.
thank you.
And then sent straight to hell.
Thank you.
I'm kidding. I don't
you.
think that. I don't think that. This is my belief
Okay.
system. Everyone gets resurrected.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I
Doesn't
thought
mean
you had to believe.
No.
Yes,
No.
you have to
thought
You
believe.
don't have to be
believe.
resurrected.
You
no.
have to just believe.
That doesn't mean where you go. Just that
Oh.
your bodies will be reunited. Then you'll be judged after you're resurrected. That's my belief system.
Well, it don't wait.
Free gift.
But you also believe that like every
I'm
what
sorry.
you did,
I'm
Katie?
sorry to
a
open.
lot of Mormons have their own planet, right? When you pass away.
No, that's a false doctrine.
Oh, it is.
Yes. You've been reading the Book of Mormon musical transcript.
Is that
we
not-
did hear about it in the Book of
No, we
Mormon,
don't.
but
I thought.
yeah,
People don't get their own planet. No.
you'd be in
I-
a
I-
celestial
You live with God. Yeah, celestial kingdom, but that's
kingdom.
Oh, I was going to
that's-
say that maybe
everyone's in the same place.
to your credit, I was going to give you credit on this. That the reason why the universe is so big and so never ending is because every Mormon they believe gets their own planet, which would make sense.
So
More
it goes
sense.
on and on and on.
Maybe so. No, but I mean that's not official doctrine. Yeah,
Oh.
I gotta see about
we
this.
believe in
if
3
ev-
degrees of
hold on.
glory. There's not just heaven and hell. Is our belief system.
I thought that's what it was, and I was like, okay, well, maybe that's why. Because you have said to me before, the universe is never ending, and I was like,
Yes.
it probably is. It's absolutely huge. I thought because, well, you have to think that way because every single person that grew up in the Mormon, the Latter Day Saints, whatever the new title is,
You
You're
got
trying.
it.
I
You were
appreciate
there.
it. I appreciate it.
that each gets their own planet once they get to a certain level, and then you can have people that aren't that good of Mormons be under you until they're better Mormons.
It's
to
not a
get their own-
multi-level scheme. But you're trying to understand. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
If you
eternity
had
is a
seen-
long time.
That is, yes. And if you had seen Book of Mormon the way we wanted to,
Yeah.
then maybe you would have a little bit of a
No.
better understanding. But even I
No.
thought.
Well, he's saying
even I
that's
thought.
No, you'd have a worse understanding of our beliefs. We had somebody at our church from the pulpit bring up the Book of Mormon musical and how like misleading it was and like
It was so good, though.
slamming
So
our
good.
and Squid
Hilarious.
agrees like slamming our church case like no it's
Yes,
it's
it
not.
is.
It's
It's
a
a must
positive
see.
thing.
It's a must see. But also, I will say, someone from the Book of Mormon just liked my photo of when we went to Tanger to see Book of Mormon. And so I really feel like I've made it now.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
One of the cast members said, thank you very much. And then I followed him.
nice.
I can't wait till a anti-Catholic musical comes out.
I did it, first of all.
Well, if it was
would
guys,
not
when the guys were
offend
at South
me.
Park, it probably would be funny.
It probably would be funny, and I would probably also go see it.
And I'm like, can you believe the people from Catholic whatever
Yeah.
musical.com liked my page?
If they come out with one, then go see it. I encourage it.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Well,
Hands down, the best play I've ever seen. Anyway,
thank you for the update.
yes.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
explain
The plan.
Lazarus. Yeah,
he died.
Yeah, later.
Like legit died. It was raised from the dead. He'd been dead for a couple days. is
Like
my
they didn't
understanding.
want him 4 days, and he didn't want to. They didn't want his friends and family for the stone, the tomb where he was, to be moved because they said there'd be a stench. Like he was dead.
And even in the Jew, I think the Jewish tradition or a tradition then, my understanding is that they believe the spirit like kind of hung
Stays.
around the body for 3 days. So on the 4th day, that's what made it so unbelievable, even
Right.
to for even people who didn't believe in Jesus, was that oh, the spirit's not even around the body anymore, and he brought the body and the spirit back together.
Yeah, that's why it is the biggest deal.
I see.
Matt, did you learn that when you did your online degree for
No,
becoming a preacher?
I didn't have to take any classes.
Did you have to answer any questions?
No, they did. What's your credit card number?
And Squid's mom's a preacher, right?
Yeah,
You know
she
about
was.
Lazarus?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
We'll talk about him.
big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this time.
Can you do a rap about it since we're talking about it? Tomorrow, have a
Take a
Lazarus
Can you
rap.
work it in?
Have a have an
figure it
Easter
out.
Lazarus rap that's not blasphemous.
Yeah, we can do
Can
that.
you do that? Okay.
Lazarus is not blasphemous.
There it is.
Hey,
writes
we
itself.
wrote it for you.
It writes itself.
We should have had the Book of Mormon song "I Believe" at the ready for that one. Because I believe that one would have been because we were talking about believing.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's uplifting.
You just gotta believe.
Just gotta
That's right.
believe.
Isn't that the motto?
Yeah, you got to take
gotta
that.
Believe.
You got to take that step, Jason.
Yeah.
We'll send
I
either
don't just believe.
Yeah.
Though, that's the problem.
Catholic priests can come over, our missionaries can come over, Squid's mom can come over, or Matt, who's a preacher online, can come over.
You have a lot of resources,
Take it
is
to a
what we're
website.
saying.
You have no excuse. Like when you're on Judgment Day, like I didn't know where to find it. Could you have sent someone around me that believed?
Yeah.
We sent you, Matt.
I didn't see anybody.
Preacher, you ungrateful devil.
Like I was busy. I have a lot of yard work to do.
Yeah. I still need more than that. I don't just believe.
No, you shouldn't just believe. You
Right.
should find out for yourself. I agree with that.